is for me. Oh, I want to be the Blue Knight with a sword. Yeah. Oh. Wee, that's fun.
Good morning, hummingbirds. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome back to art. So today we have a very cool project and a very fun one.
Yeah.
I call it my silly rocking night.
Okay.
How about silly fruit rocking night?
Silly fruity.
Rocking horse silly
Tutti
night.
fruity. Horsey worsey.
So this is what we're going to make.
Oh, wait. I got two.
You got one too?
Yeah.
So what we're going to do, this is my version of the rocking horse, but then it's the knight sitting on a wacky piece of fruit.
It's funny.
And
Mine
then,
had a watermelon.
and if you
Show
make,
them to me.
you can make two, they can joust or have a duel.
That's cool.
Okay, let's get to making our very own silly fruit rocking horse knight.
Yeah. Let's go.
Friends, before we begin our project, the silly rocking horse knights, we need to gather the materials.
Right.
What materials do we need, Kong?
Pencil, colored pencil, markers, glue, scissors, a big roll of tape, and some cardstock.
Very good, Kong. Thank
Thank
you.
Yeah, my
So
pleasure.
let's get to making our silly rocking horse knights.
Let's go.
So our project is broken into two parts. First, we need to make the fruit base, which is going to help with the rocking. And then we're going to do our horse and the knight. So I have here a fresh piece of cardstock. And this is my big roll of tape. What I'm using it for is to draw a circle. So I'm just going to put it over here. And I'm going to use my marker and go all around. So I get a beautiful, perfect circle. If you cannot find a roll of tape, you can use something else. Maybe a little saucer or anything round so you can trace a round circular shape. So the next thing we need to do is to just cut it out. Using my big pair of trusty scissors, I'm just going to carefully go around the line so I cut out the shape of the circle. Try to get it as neatly done as possible because we want it to be really circular so that it could rotate easily. What I mean to say is that it will be easier for the knight to rock back and forth. I'm cutting it out. Okay, so I got this beautiful circle. So what you're going to do, you're going to fold it into halves. So what you do is make sure you align the edges. Make sure the edges are aligned. I'm just going to put it down on my cutting mat here. Press it down, right? And just use your finger, push it along the line so you make a nice firm crease. Did you get that? So now this is the base. And it can be any fruit you like. So how about we do the watermelon? Okay, so what you do is you just do a curved line. All the way like that. And then we add on some watermelon seeds. And we're just going to put some stripes. Watermelon comes with stripes. So I'm just going to put some lines to indicate the stripes. So all we have left to do now is to color it. So I have my two colors over here. So the green of the watermelon is green. So we are just going to put green all around. then now I'm going to use the pink for the flash. So now I have my watermelon. So let's put this aside. And I got a fresh piece of paper. So right now I'm going to draw my horse and my knight. But before I do that, I'm going to fold it into halves because I'm going to cut it out and have two of the same shape, and then I can glue it together. So make sure the edges are aligned. Okay. Use your finger, press it down. So get a good crease. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to draw my knight and the horse. So what we learned yesterday would be great because we learned how to draw the horse. So make sure your knight, look at the width. So make sure your knight is within this space. The horse and the knight has to be this size, alright? It cannot be bigger than that or else the base won't be stable. So we can use this as a reference, and I'm going to get my pencil. So let's start by drawing the horse. Remember how we draw the horse? So we start with the nose, right? The nostril, now a long line in the top, and another line coming out this way at the bottom. And then it's going to have a curved line for his cheeks. And let's do the ears coming out, okay? And it's going to come down, and then the neck. So I have the body here now, and I have the rump, okay? So over here, let's do the legs. So the legs are going to be over here, coming out like that, all right? Then let's have the tail coming out like that. Okay. So the only reason I'm using pencil right now is because I don't want to make any mistakes. And then the rest of it I can go over with the marker when I'm sure I got everything exactly the way I want. So now over here, there's going to be a saddle. And then, let's draw the knight. So the knight will be sitting on top. First I'm going to draw a little helmet for the knight. Okay. There's a face plate that covers and protects his face. And he's going to have a tassel made of feathers on top. And once you got that, we're going to draw the arm. And then his hand is just a round circle. And he will be holding, what shall he be holding? He could hold a spear, a jousting stick, or maybe a sword. Let's draw a sword. Okay. So he has a sword. Okay. Let's draw the rest of his body. Okay. And he's sitting on the saddle. And his feet. Okay. And then let's draw his mane. And then let's put in his eyes. And then the bridle and the reins. Okay. So now, once you got everything the way you want it, let's go over with our marker. So I'm going to use my marker and I'm going to draw it out so it looks really clear. So now use your eraser and just take away all the pencil lines. Okay. So now what we can do, we can color our horse in the night, and we can also cut out different shapes and paste it. So let's start coloring first. Let's add some colors. So I've cut out some shapes and let's glue it on. So I've drew some shapes over here, a star and some circles, and all I have to do now is just to cut it out. And then we could decorate our horse. Let me finish cutting the rest. Okay, I've cut out these little circles and this star. So I'm just going to put them and see where they look best. So I'm just going to put it around and figure out where is the best position for it. What do you think? I like that. So take our glue and let's glue it on. Just a little bit of glue. Press it on. Okay. Put on the rest. Okay. So now what we have to do now is to cut it out. So get your scissors and let's start cutting it out. Okay, after cutting it out, I have two pieces, right? But this one is still attached to the top, which is fine. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my fruit, the base, and I'm going to put a little bit of glue at the feet. And then I'm going to glue it over here, like that. Okay. But since this is attached together, let's just put glue on the whole fours. A little bit of glue on the hoofs here. Okay. So now what I'm going to do now is I am going to make sure I'm going to look at my fruit and I'm going to decide where I'm going to put it. I think I'm going to put it like this. Okay. Yeah. That looks good. So a little bit of space over here. So now you just turn it around. And then you just close it up. Press it down. And just leave it to dry for a minute. So make sure it's aligned correctly. Okay. And when it's dried up, you can draw out the shapes and then you could decorate and color the sides here too. Because right now, it's only colored on one side. So you can work on this side when you have the time. So let's just leave it to dry for a minute. Okay, once you got that, it's finished. So the only thing you need to do is to open up the bottom. See, look at the bottom, it's closed up like that. You need to open it up a little. Alright? And what you do, you got to use your finger and curl the sides. So what happens is, when you curl the sides, it will be stable. You'll be able to rest on the surface. Do it on the other side too. Just fold it up gently. Curl the paper. So that way, when you look at it, you will get from the front like that. You can see this shape. See, it's open up like that. So it can stand on the surface and you'll be able to rock. See? So you completed your project for today. The Silly Rocking Horse Nights. And you can make different ones. And they can have a contest. Arr. I hope you kids have fun making your own silly rocking horse nights.
I did.
Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
So, Kong, I'm going to be the blue knight on his purple
I
horse.
want to try
Charge!
the green knight on the red horse. What is it? An orange. Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I want to play with that one.
I'm winning.
No, I'm